Welcome to the Locker, episode 53. I am your man, A. White. My man, V. Styles, in the
What, man?
house.
What's going on, brother?
Man, you sound a little congested, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the kids brought me something.
Man, the COVID, is it?
No, it's not that bad.
You
No,
sure?
it's not that bad. Yeah, man.
You got a little. You don't have a little scratch in your throat, do you?
Nah, it's that time of year for me to get a little sinus, so it's all in here.
If you get down to your throat, let me know, man. We're gonna have to disconnect this connection. I don't want to traveling through the.
You want to travel through the wires?
I don't want to traveling through the wires, man. I'm concerned about that COVID, man.
Yeah. Who you? No, both my kids went to the doctor, and neither one of them have it. So we all good.
And you don't. You sure you don't? Because I know our people gonna be concerned about it.
Yeah, I'm sure I don't.
Okay.
I already got. This is towards the end of allergy season. This is kind of bad for me. I got a lot of allergies.
Oh, okay. That's true. You're allergic to hitting too. I heard that's what they used to say. That's what they used to say. You was allergic to hitting.
Allergic to hitting. That's the thing that got me in trouble. The hitting.
Yeah. So I mean, I they talking about it at work about us.
Bro, hold on. I don't like that, man.
What?
Allergic to hitting. See, that's the thing I hated about. Seemed like my reputation was about hitting, but damn, I picked off a lot of balls too. So it's like that is just forgotten. Like,
yeah.
What the?
How many years did you play? How many years did you start? 3 or 4?
3. My freshman year, there was no way I was going to start. I was supposed to redshirt.
And you played a lot of special teams, or you got a lot of on-field action?
No, I play I play on every special team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was on them all. So I only played. I think I got maybe my freshman year, maybe 40 plays, 30 maybe.
Oh, okay.
1 year.
Okay.
So it wasn't much. I did play a little bit, but I didn't play much.
Oh, okay. Okay. And it's funny, man, how as time evolves, and it's funny that after you left, I don't really think you understand the magnitude of what I accomplished. No, not saying that you ever. I'm not saying that you have never. You've always been a huge fan.
Yeah.
As far as I can see, but but I don't think you really know what I was really doing. Like, so we talked about there's a couple things we talked about. So it's funny. No, I was just joking. Nobody did say that. They didn't say that. Only knock on you is that you was a gambling man.
See, now no, that is true to the outside viewer. And that's why I love people telling me that. I never gambled. See, gambling is when you don't know the odds. See, that's why I tell people all the time. I tell people
Wait a minute. No, that's not true.
Look, I tell people all the time. It wasn't gambling. See, people get it mixed up. I studied enough film. Like I say this all the time. My sophomore year, I was just really getting into it, delving into film study. I probably had a 60% odds of knowing what route you were going to run. Not the exact route, but I had a 2 to 3 routes. I'm like, okay, he's this split, 1st and 10. They like to run this combo route combination. He's probably going to run this, or this. When I got to my senior year, it was like about 80, 90%. I pretty much knew where you were going to run. And so people say I gamble. I didn't gamble. There's 2 things you can do in college that make people think you gamble. You can squat. As long as you hit them. If you don't hit them, then you're done.
Right,
so I squatted a lot. I was big. Once I got my hands on you, it was ball game. Now, if I didn't get my hands on you, then, you won. But I can count on one hand the amount of time I didn't get my hands on you. Now, I might not have gotten them on solid where I'm like, I hem you up, but just one of those is going to throw you off.
All right. Yes, I mean, I can feel that. And Corey, so we get back. Corey, we're going to get to your question. We're going to get to that in the second half hour of the show. We got a couple things we need to cover because we was talking about COVID, and here's the thing, and I'm gonna say this before we get back to the COVID thing. Here's the thing that and I say that because I remember you playing. I remember seeing you get knocked out, and I probably really only played with you for like a year and a half. No,
Yeah.
I only played with you for half a year. I redshirted in '95.
Yeah. Well,
I only played a couple games, and so I really didn't.
What you mean by play? Are you talking about like play actually game situation? Just
just be around you in practice, and I mean,
you were there. You were there a year and a half. Then your redshirt freshman year, and then your half a year.
But I didn't watch the game action. Like when I was redshirt, man, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, but we practiced together. That's why.
Oh yeah. But I never. I said, see, I took, and this is the thing about it. I took practice as my game days to show coaches what's up. And some of y'all used to get mad at me for going hard, and I did the same thing when I was a senior in high school. When a little freshman, I was like, dude, I got a damn scholarship. Like, man, don't be trying to hurt me, man.
Right.
Especially, I was banged up all the time in high school. Like, I stayed banged up, so I wasn't trying to take hits. But dudes used to get mad at me. But that was like my game. But I think y'all were really going through the motion, so I never really got to tell. But I know when they said run it again, I turned it up a whole nother notch because I'm like, man, they already know what the play is. They mad,
right.
And so I said all that when I was saying the point about when you get past, like everybody, I talked to a lot of people, and man, if it wasn't for Hal Money, that's how your career took off. And I'm still, like, when I watch these running backs, I'm still a hellified running back. Dude. Like, in my ratings in Ohio coming out behind Antoine Winfield, Pepe Pearson, what's the dude that went to Penn State? The big dude, Enos.
Curtis Enos?
Curtis Enos. Dude, I'm telling you, I was up there with all them big dogs. I'm talking about all them big dogs. But the point was, so people be like, so I'm kind of like, I take it for a long time. Now the further you get off, people feel like, well, you're a different type of back. That's why you survive. Like,
no. Look,
just catching the football wasn't my thing. Mommy brought that and offered it, and that's what I had to do to play. And I just happened to excel.
Did you not? How many times have I've given you that 96 Louisville game? You and Couch made a game, and that wasn't passing. That was you running. So yeah, the passing thing came later. I don't know, was that 98, 97, 98?
97.
Yeah. But before that, we weren't passing the ball anyway. The running back was only there to run. So I don't know how many balls you caught in the backfield in 96 and before everything happened. But the backs weren't. You was there to run. So I knew you as a running back. So that whole passing thing came because of Mummy.
Well, like I said, we don't throw back Thursday, so it just come up. We run into people, and people start talking, and it's just kind of So I was just jerking your chain. I didn't know if there's anything that you ever heard about yourself. You kind of felt like, well, y'all got it twisted. And that's why I said. But like I said, the only thing I've ever heard, and I don't know if it's good or bad. I think I hear some people credit you for it, and I hear some people cripple you for it for the gambling, the whole gambling comment. Hey. So I don't. So some people may say, I guess it may, and you might, your defense maybe it worked out for you more than it didn't.
Well, see that
research.
Yeah, see that. I mean, if you want to call it, I guess you can call it gambling. I guess if that's what you want to call it. If you don't know that, that's what's wrong with some of these young players. And I learned this watching Deion. I got into film watching because of Deion Sanders and my high school quarterback coach. I saw Deion Sanders back in the day. He had the big ass laptop on the plane looking at plays. I'm like, damn, okay, well, that's what I need to do. If you don't know, if you don't have a good idea of what the offense is going to run on you, you losing. Because they have the advantage because they know where they're going. So they have the advantage off jump. Right. You are reacting to their route. So you always a step behind if you just relying on your athletic ability and what their route they're running. No, man. You can't do that. Wide receiver release, wide receiver alignment, down and distance, all that plays through my head. When I was on the field, and I say this all the time, you can't take a play off as a corner because you have no idea where they're going to throw it. You can't take a play off. Every play, okay, alignment, he's on the numbers, the ball is on the opposite hash, he can't run a fade. So he's going to either run a crossing route, a post, or a dig route. That's my thought. Next, he might run a curl. So that's how I'm thinking. So I'm like, I ain't worried about nothing outside. I'm worried about all inside routes. So that's how you think. That was my sophomore year. When I got my senior year, I said he's either running this or this.
Right.
That if you call that gambling, be what it is.
My defensive back technique, honestly, and you said, and I guess Deion did study a lot. And I played with Aeneas Williams.
Oh,
and I don't know if he studied. I kid you not. I went off pure athletic ability.
See,
like if you gonna stop, I'm gonna stop when you stop. If you start back up, I got enough faith in my ability that I'm gonna hesitate. I ain't gonna stop until I see. I don't know. I just have really quick reflexes. So it's funny when, like we said, like your style. I think that's why if anybody does have a problem with your style, is that was my whole thing. Like I'll study and be like, okay, it could be this, it could be this. But I ain't leaning either way. You got to show me what it is. If you stop, I'm stopping. If you go, then I'm on, but everybody ain't got Deion's makeup speed.
Right. Exactly. I'm going to tell you this. On 6 of the interceptions I had, I knew what they were going to run.
Yeah.
The 2 I didn't was the pick 6 against Zaire and the interceptions against LSU at home.
Yeah.
But all the rest, I baited or I knew what you was running. That Peyton Manning one is probably the best one I ever had because I ran the route for him. I ran his route.
Ain't that where you jumped over the dude's back?
No, that's Louisville.
Oh, okay.
The Peyton Manning one is when they ran a curl and I basically dipped out. I deked them and dipped right in front of him and dove. I knew what he was gonna run before the snap. So now I'm like, how am I gonna get Peyton to throw it? Right? Because you don't want to jump on it quick, then he's just not gonna throw it. I waited, bide my time. I knew where the top of his route was gonna be, and I just came in front. If I didn't do that, he would have caught it. It was in 3D.
Yeah. Okay. Well, see, so the people who assumed that he was gambling, he wasn't gambling. He was taking calculated risks. That's
what it is. But some people say that's gambling. So I guess I can, if you want to say it, yeah. But I'm gonna tell you, I've only got beaten once off of calculated guess.
Okay.
And that's Auburn when they ran that hitch and go. It was ball game. Oh, that was ugly.
All right, man. So since you don't have COVID and we got all that straightened out, that you ain't a gambler, man. You take a calculated risk, and I'm not only a pass receiving back, and you don't have the COVID.
No.
And Corey throwing out some Corey must be living in my basement somewhere.
Right.
Like everything I plan on talking about, Corey just throwing it out there. But you don't have the COVID now, so we're gonna talk about this because Corey just gave some breaking news, but we're gonna get to that after this.
Yeah.
Justin Turner finds they test him on Monday.
Yeah.
For COVID.
Yeah.
And he tests positive on Monday.
Right.
And the game was on when? Wednesday? It was again Tuesday or Wednesday?
Wednesday.
And they retest them before. Yeah, they retest them. And they said they find out, there's rumors. I see people, you know how it's going to embellish a lot. Some people said that he knew in the second or third inning or whatever. I just need to, okay, so here's the bottom line. He has COVID at the beginning of the week. They retest him. Instead of telling him not to play because if it comes back as a false positive, then, if it comes back as a false positive, then he will have missed a damn World Series game, so they let him play. And, to the results, the final results come back. Right. and it comes back during the game
Yes.
that the second test is that you are absolutely positive,
Right.
my homie.
Right.
And now, mind you, he done played half the game, more than half the game.
6 innings, I think.
Huh?
I think he played 6 innings.
They said after the 7th they pulled him.
Okay, yeah. So he
at
played
the bottom
6.
of the 7th.
Yeah.
So damn near entire game. Right.
Right.
Damn near
Right.
entire game.
He played the entire game, basically.
And so they get done. Here's the thing. You know, Stephen A. Smith and them was talking about he didn't they trying to blame MLB because he should have been in a protocol. When he was done, they should have made him leave the stadium, go quarantine himself, or he was supposed to be quarantined. Here's what broke on Stephen A. Smith's show was that he broke out of the protocol. So they had him quarantined and secluded. And he came out of there, forcefully came out of there when he got his family and joined into the celebration. Now, if you are on this team, which are the Dodgers, does Magic Johnson still have ownership of the Dodgers? Okay. Yes. So Magic just eating all the sandwiches. Yes. Lakers, Dodgers. Yes. Okay, so yes. So if you on the Dodgers, you know, apparently some people got some health issues. There are some people on the staff and on the team that has there's some family members of people on the team that has, and he decides to go out there on his own and join in the picture, take his mask off and all that. Go ahead, tell me where you stand on all this, man.
I think it's BS, man. I think it's bull. First of all, I don't get it. That's the team trying not to get sued. What was he in damn handcuffs and he broke through the cuffs with his wife brought him the keys to the cuff and let him out? How the hell do you let him out? Like that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. All of it makes no sense. First of all, he shouldn't have played. He endangered a lot of people, possibly. He shouldn't have played. That's the first thing. Second thing, since you let him play, you definitely don't double down and let him celebrate with the team. Now, could he have gone and could they have isolated him into the outfield or something, let him at least be on the field? Sure. But he could not. I'm sorry, man. It doesn't make sense. It does. I don't get it. I'm a loss for words there with that one.
So I'm gonna go the ESPN route. So who do you blame? Like, who are you blaming the most? Like, is it like you did say that MLB should have, when he got the first negative, he shouldn't have played. But if it comes back as a false or first positive, if it comes back as a false positive, then
shit happens.
Here's one thing that came up in a huge argument. Dude, when COVID first hit way earlier this year, in the middle of NBA games, in the middle of the NCAA, I don't know if they were in the tournament. No, they weren't in the tournament. Were they in the conference tournaments?
They were in conference tournaments.
And they just pulled the plug on kids that's about to be finished playing ball forever. Like seniors, they just pulled the plug. Now all of a sudden, this guy gets a mulligan because we not sure if it's not going to come back negative, but you done jeopardize high school kids' winter sports and spring sports.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's bullshit.
Yeah, so I was just kind of, you know, and the one thing I liked that Max Kellerman always was saying was that he want to hear what he has to say. I want to hear what Dale Turner got to say. Like, you got to tell me. Like you, and then the thing is, you take your damn mask off. Why can't you just be as safe as possible so that even when they look back at it, they like, yeah, man,
because he didn't want to take a picture with the damn mask on.
Dude, you should take the picture with the mask on. That's indicative of the time. So when you look back at this picture, you're like, I remember this in 2020, man. You know, we had COVID, you know, I got to get pulled, and you got your mask on. Like, you pulling it off, like.
It would have probably made that picture more valuable, too.
Yes. So.
Dude, it doesn't make any sense.
Wow. Yeah, he did. Yeah, they did say the manager had cancer.
Dude,
has some type of cancer.
He's compromised.
And those are right. Those
he's compromised. His immune system is not like everyone else's. It's the biggest. It's the microcosm of where we are as a country. People just don't give a damn about other people. All he wanted to do was do it for himself. I mean, the players, if they want to celebrate, they could have celebrated a damn week later at someone's house or something. You know what I'm saying? The celebration on the field, dude.
My question is, like you said, the Lakers really didn't get to celebrate their thing yet.
No.
But here's my thing, though. My thing is this, and this is since we're in the locker room, this is my thing. And they said the team didn't know yet, and I don't think the team found out till it broke on the news after the game.
What?
That he got a positive, because I'm not sure if that's something you publicize to everybody. When they pulled him from the game, now they may have said something to him or whatever, but in the middle of the game. So my whole point is, say we win the SEC East, we win SEC championship, and we out there, and somebody say this year, somebody was pulled from the game, and we out there, and all of a sudden, say Billy Jack jump in there, and he was, and you like, wow, I feel bad about saying somebody's name, but anyway, somebody just jumped you like, whoa, hey man.
Yeah, man. Hold
on.
At
a certain point, I felt like the team should have been like, he should have enough respect for his team. But I'm kind of curious as if the team actually knew.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I didn't win anything outside of high school, but I never forget winning a state championship. You don't remember who's in the. You know what I'm saying? You are so on another level. You don't remember everybody's there. So I'm gonna say the players, they don't really know who's there because it's just everything happens so fast. Everybody's high-fiving, hugging, blah, blah, blah. You're not really looking at, oh, that's Joe, or that's Kevin, or that's Steve. What's up, Steve? You're like, yeah, what? Whomever, you know? So I don't know if the players knew, but the higher-ups knew his ass was on the field. The general manager, the president, on that line, they knew.
Then they said he broke out of protocol. I don't know what that means. That's why I'm kind of curious. Like you said, did he have handcuffs or it was door locked? He wouldn't have got it. But I understand why his wife didn't say nothing.
Dude, he kissed his wife.
I know. But I mean, they obviously been kissing up until this point. Probably, likely. So there ain't no part of you that say, well, he's done played 7 innings, so if the damage is done, it's done. And I think that's kind of where they erred at.
No, because, and I'm sick of people saying this, and it gets on my nerves about, well, if they can allow these many people in here, why can't I have it at my house and blah, blah, blah. Dude, when you outdoors, the effects are differently than when you're indoors with recirculating air.
Right.
It's totally different, dude. I have done studies in college about speaking and just the transmission of bacteria. Before all this, right. Just dude, it's on another level. When you outside, it reduces it exponentially.
Yeah.
And if you wear a mask and you outside, it reduces even another nth degree. So being outside in a football arena is totally different than being inside your house. It's just different. I understand you pissed because they can get 10,000 fans in the football stadium, but you can't have 20 people at your house. Come on, man. It's different.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why there hasn't been any contract tracing on all the damn the protests, because they were outside wearing masks.
Right. I think at the very least he could have just kept his mask on. I think the whole thing is
at least
it's selfish as shit. The more that I look at it, because I'm like, this is the thing, and they're talking about what is this penalty going to be. I think I would send a valuable. He did what he wanted to do. I would send him a valuable lesson. I would send. What is the baseball season about? 180 some games or something?
162 games.
Yeah, I'll make him miss about 30 or 40 of them boys. Just
the players,
that's basically like You know what I mean? It's just honestly, and I don't really want to get too ugly with this whole situation. It's the same as if somebody taking a HIV test and then going out just being promiscuous.
Yeah, a little different though.
Yeah, I mean a little different.
No,
but it's your decision. Not you the only one. Well, yeah.
No, it's the same, but the difference is baseball has a players union. They ain't gonna let him take that penalty like that, especially when the team allow him to play. So it's like, are you gonna penalize him for after the game when it's just a team, or are you gonna penalize him for playing, which he was allowed to play, and when they told him to get off the field, he got off the field. So really, there's no penalty you can really give him in my eyes, because what you gonna penalize him for? Coming back on the field after the game is over?
So the MLB allowed him to play. So the MLB is the ones who's not going. What's he talking about? So hold
on. Don't do that. I hope I'm pod. No, come on, Carter. Come on, Carter. Don't say that, man. You don't want that smoke, bro. Carter, you don't want that smoke. Man. Carter, you don't want that smoke. I know two people personally who've had it, and they said it is not something I wish on my worst enemy.
I lost a family member to it, so.
Man, sorry about that, man. I didn't know that.
I told you about it.
Because
it was before it was identified.
Oh,
it was back in September of 19.
Yeah,
and when all this stuff started coming out, I was like, "Wow, that's what the hell it was." Like, no, they didn't know. Like, nobody knew.
Now I knew that, but I didn't know that was so. So they came back and diagnosed it as because of COVID.
No, it's been gone. I mean, no, all the symptoms, everything that is, all the details of COVID are the same symptoms. Every symptom, everything, and it was not identifiable. Which questions at this point that they were trying all kinds of different stuff. Some things worked for a little while. So I concluded that myself. There was not a diagnosis because so much time had passed.
Right.
But just knowing what I know, it obviously was. Damn,
Scar. Sorry to hear that, man.
Right, man. I mean, keep the faith up, man.
Oh shit, Carter, come on, man. You have to bring the broadcast down. Hey, sorry about that, man. Praying for you.
Yeah, man.
So I don't want to talk to him through the phone, through the broadcast.
Oh yeah, no, we can talk off air about that. So Corey dropped a little bomb on us earlier about the COVID. So Trevor Lawrence, they said Corey, we do have to state a source for you kind of putting this.
Oh,
but Corey is about as reliable a source as you can get.
Corey's right.
Oh yeah.
ESPN breaking news.
Wow.
That's positive. He's out versus BC.
Wow, which they ain't gonna need him, but
they almost lost to Syracuse when they didn't have him.
You and I had a conversation before the season's even started, and we was kind of like, who gonna be on the up and up about this? Like, if you got a star player that got it, are you really gonna, because they could essentially have done the same thing that the Dodgers did. It was like, well, we're gonna keep him on the roster until the second test come back because it can be a false positive.
I think there's twofold. Isn't that controlled by the SEC too a little bit? Like, it's not, I mean, the conference a little bit. Doesn't the ACC have a little bit of control over that? It's not totally.
Oh, you said they're doing the testing, you mean?
Just the testing. I'm not sure they do it, but I think they have direct access to it. So you can't really cover up, especially how Tennessee has been. I mean, Clemson has had that issue this summer. They can't mess it up.
Yeah. Dubs say that
5-star player ain't got no reps though.
That's true.
He got no. Okay, how many stars you got? You ain't got no reps.
That's true, man. Dang, man, that's kind of big, man. Though
that's bigger than big.
And that's the thing about it, man. Trevor Lawrence, dang, man, you carving through the wires. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
I got to clean my. Man, you carving through the wires. Hey, man. Somewhere else when you cough, man. I feel like, man, I got in my ear.
Oh man, you got a wet willy?
I feel like, yeah, man. I feel like it's got in my ear. But yeah. So, dang, man, Trevor Lawrence came up with it. You know,
Yeah, bro.
stiff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Michelle. Man, tell this young man to cover his
I did.
doggone mouth up.
Cover my sneeze. Let's go.
But I heard it all in the mic real loud, like it was in my ear real
yeah,
loud, man. So I didn't know if some of it snuck underneath your arm.
Probably.
All right, but hey, man, because I've established the locker a long time ago.
Yep.
Real quick though, man, you ain't peep game, did you?
What?
You ain't peep game when your boys are tired for the day.
Man, you be infiltrating all the SEC.
All-Star game attire, man. I always wear this to work out, man, because I always been a Herschel Walker fan.
Okay.
And I got this from Arentis Grant. I don't know if you remember him. He might not play much your years, but he had like 23 tackles against us.
Damn.
All over the place. He was all over the place like dog doo-doo. But this is the conversation I want to have. I want to try to keep it in perspective, but this is a conversation that I really want to have, man. I want to be extremely respectful.
Okay.
Be honest.
Okay.
Because I had a text message conversation with some knowledgeable people. But I don't want this to come back to me.
Gotcha.
As if I'm spreading rumors or negativity around the program, which I don't care if it's true, it's true. But this is not true, and it's somebody's livelihood, and I don't want to put. But I just want to, give some thoughts from people inside the locker room. Okay. So the starter for the game on Saturday has been named as Joey Gatewood.
Yeah, I saw that.
And Terry Wilson is out for the game. He missed Monday and Tuesday, and I guess apparently today's practice.
Right.
Wednesday's practice. Do you think, like I said, I'm going to try to be as sensitive as possible. Do you think that there's an absolute injury because we never really seen an injury during the game? Or is there a possibility that maybe his heart just ain't in it no more? The fans have turned on him. He's fought back from injury. Things ain't going well. He's a new father. Is there a possibility? Because there's no way to say, you know what, I'd rather y'all just let him. I mean, he could say, now that would be something I could hear. Go ahead, let Joey take the reins, and I'm going to sit back and mentor him. If you need me, I'm here. But, man, because nobody can acknowledge an injury in a Missouri game, so that's what I'm trying to see if you have a different perspective on maybe why Joey's starting and or what might have happened to Terry during the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was told that he got hurt on one of those scrambles. Remember, not the one that we talked about
on the sideline,
but the one before that one, when we was pinned down in the second half, and he went to the farthest to our sideline and got hit. I was told that that's where he got hurt.
Okay.
The concerning part to me a little bit is it's a wrist. I thought it would be a lower body injury.
Yeah.
Because he seemed like he lost some juice. But from what I heard, it was a wrist. Which if it was a wrist, then that concerns me because he lost that juice, even when he comes back healthy, right?
Yeah.
There's two things. I mean, I'm gonna be on the fence on this one. One concerning part is he said before the season that he will not come back for another year. Now think about it. Let me assess the situation after the season, then I'll make a decision. He point blank said before the season was started, before even the COVID hit. This was in the spring, before all this happened. He said, I'm not coming back. All right. So you can lead that into a situation where maybe he doesn't want to go through all this anymore. Because I'm like, my son could play football. No doubt about it. He's got the speed. He's got the size. not 90, not 70. If it's not 100, you are prone to get hurt.
Right.
So that's the angle. Maybe he's kind of higher word checked out. He hasn't checked out, but maybe he's on that thinking about his next path, right? He's thinking about, okay, I got my degree. This is what I want to do. This is my passion. I'm going to hit that. The other part of it is he wouldn't have put all this work in and put all this dedication to coming back and then saying, "Ooh, I want to play after game 5." So I can see both sides. It's hard for me from a football standpoint, from being a competitor. I just can't see him playing 5 games and saying, "Okay, I don't think this is the right thing for me." I think he would have said that before the season. Because why get into it? He's the starter. If he was the backup, he wouldn't have played. If you're going by that mindset, with him being a starter, it doesn't make sense. Wow, that I know who one of them was. Tim Couch in the swamp.
Wow, man.
I know one of them. I can tell you one of those 5, and that's Tim.
Joy Gatewood was going to be the 5th UK quarterback since 1993 to make their first start at a school against an AP ranked opponent.
Oh, he said it right there. I didn't even read it. Yeah,
yeah.
That was not right.
Wow, man.
I'm sorry, man, but that was not right. I know he came and had a great game against Louisville, but throwing him into that wolf, man, was not right.
You know, the crazy thing, I don't know if you ever heard that story, man.
No, I didn't.
That you remember my infamous Alabama game. I thought I told you this.
Yeah.
That Tim was supposed to start.
In Bama?
Yeah, Tim was supposed to start in Bama. It was in the news all week that he was going to start that week.
Well, that's after the Florida game, though.
No.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was not. No.
Yeah. Florida and Alabama.
It was not. I was not on the team against Florida.
I'm looking at the schedule right now because I looked at it earlier.
Go ahead.
Louisville, Cincinnati, Indiana, Florida, Alabama.
So why wasn't I at the Florida game? Why wasn't I at the Florida game?
Because isn't that the one that Days balled out that week before?
Well, why wasn't I there?
Because they probably didn't travel you. I don't know why.
No, I was a red shirt freshman.
Yeah.
You wouldn't travel a red shirt freshman?
Well, maybe I don't know, man.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm just
that was before Alabama?
Yeah. So they had Mike Days, they had Ray Mack.
Okay.
And they had Logan, right? So.
But those were all true freshmen. You know they were all true freshmen.
I know.
Okay, yeah. So why wouldn't you?
Okay. No, it ain't about rank. It's about depth chart. We didn't bring all the DBs either.
Okay, that might have been why.
Because you ain't flying all 100 and whatever players you're going to fly. Can't remember the number.
And it never ceases to amaze me. We come on to a Throwback Thursday and you bring us with shit that I have no idea about, which makes me even more angry. Like, I'm talking about this is 25 years ago. Like, why would I be? Because no, I'm dead ass serious.
I know. I'm sorry.
Like, how do you have 3 true freshmen and a senior,
right?
And the only, I think Lee Wesley was injured.
I don't know.
And Jay Parks was off the team. Tony Woods had moved to running back, so I was the only Wendell Childs.
Whoa. No. Tony Woods started at corner at Florida.
No, I'm saying when I came in as running backs, it was me, Lee Wesley, Tony Staten, Jay Parks, T. Woods. Like we were all, so everybody moved to defense. Then they moved some of us back. But my point was, so I was the only one who had a little bit of experience. And I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know that. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. No, come on, man. No, that can't be right. That cannot be right. You want to know why that cannot be right, Van? No, I'm serious. I don't even want to take the show up on our personal stuff, but how can I not be able to travel to Florida and start the next week. Are you serious? Like, come on, man. Hey, Corey, can you vouch whether this stuff Van is telling me is true?
All right.
If this is true, I cannot. We're gonna talk about it off air after the show. I can. There's no effing way, dude. There is no effing way.
Anthony, I'm gonna say this though.
Who's the buffoon? Who's the buffoon making these decisions?
I'm speaking this from you. Didn't you say before the Alabama game you had no idea you were gonna start until you got on the bus?
On the way to the stadium, right?
Going to the stadium,
right?
You had no idea you were gonna start until we were headed to the stadium. That's how. If you're gonna wait until the guy on the way to the stadium they're gonna start, think about it. That's why you ain't travel, because dude, that whole offensive stuff was so weird, dude. That whole offense, that whole thing, whole thing was weird. It was weird for me playing quarterback in high school and going through it, right? Because I went through something similar my senior year after my junior year, taking us to the furthest and playoff we ever went. It's some weird stuff that can happen, bro. And that quarterback situation was weird to me because you play with both of those guys' mind a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You play with Couch and you play with Billy Jack's mind. And you can't do that. You can't do that. And it makes sense, man. It seemed like they just, it was week to week. So Mike Days had that big game against Indiana. That dropped you down the charts. I'm just saying, just thinking about it. Because
hold on, Van. I'm not arguing anything you're saying, because you are explaining to me the illogicalness of this whole thing. But listen, hold on, Van. I balled out before that. Like, I never did anything to move down.
You balled out in the Louisville game.
And against Cincinnati, I had a couple plays I was in for, but
I can't call it. Because I thought after the Louisville game that you was gonna start. Because I'm gonna just say this. Remember, I have the memory of an elephant. Weaak fucking fumbled. And they returned it for a touchdown.
Yeah.
They scooped and scored it.
Yeah.
And that was in the second half. I think it might have been third. No, it was the fourth quarter because it was coming this way. It was the fourth quarter. And we kind of made that run after Couch threw the touchdown, I think, in the third quarter. We started getting some
big Ike. Yeah, the Ike.
Yeah. We got the ball, and he fumbled. And then I'm like, oh, they don't like fumbling. They ain't even like when Mo fumbled.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, Weaak is gone. Anthony just put us back in the game. Now, Weaak just fumbled. That's ball game.
Right.
Start. Well, so what do I know?
Dude, I did not. I've always thought that Florida was after Alabama, and that's why I didn't travel.
Florida.
Now you done blew my mind.
Florida was always our first SEC game during my time.
Man, you done blew my mind, man.
Yeah. And I remember that. The reason why I remember, because as a captain, coming off of that 70, what was the score? 70. Oh, it was only 65-0. My bad. The previous year. 2 years prior, it was 72-0. It was only 65-0. Now that, hey.
Oh, man.
It was only 65-0. I remember. We had a team.
Go ahead.
The next week, I call a team meeting. I'm like, that game is going. This is a big one now. Let's go out and ball out this week so we can get that bad taste out of our mouth. And we balled out the first half. But then the wheels came. The lugs came off and
That's why I could never remember why I never really knew about the whole ordeal about guys quitting in Gainesville. That's why I was like, I don't remember that. Nah, it doesn't surprise me.
Oh,
but dude, I don't remember seeing it like with my own eyes. Is why I was like, but damn, man, that is, man. You know what I'm gonna do when I get a little bit older?
What's that? A little, you're already old.
I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna ask I can't do it with Curry. I think Curry would do it, but I think when we had Curry on the show, I think he kind of avoided. And you said he didn't, but I talked to some other people who watched it, and they thought that he avoided it. Not for my benefit or anything. I just either he didn't recall, but he avoided it. He obviously, and they told me. So I would like to sit down with Elliot Uselak and just, now that we older, because I do this from time to time, go back, and if I feel like I wronged somebody, I'll go back and apologize because I was immature, or it makes me feel a lot better knowing.
Don't wait too long. Don't wait too long. I'm just being real. You don't want to, you got to get off your chest. Yeah,
I don't really have to get off my chest. Life.
Well,
everything turned out. When we parted ways, everybody went opposite directions.
Right.
Literally. So,
but if you want to find out, Coach Curry would definitely take your call or take your text or take whatever.
I don't really want to talk to Curry about it.
Huh?
I don't really want to talk to Curry about it, though.
Oh, okay.
I'd rather see what Uselak was thinking because I think he makes the decisions at the end of the day.
Yeah. That's true. He's changed a little bit.
Yeah, I heard that. Wendell Child said he ran into him up in Michigan somewhere. He's coaching the high school.
Yeah. He's at Benton Harbor. It's right on the other side of Chi-Town. I used to go there. I had a client over there.
Okay.
All the time. Yeah.
He said he talked to him and he said it was, how things going. He's like, and it floored me. He said, "You won't believe this." I was like, "What?" He said, "How's Anthony White doing?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "Nah, bro, seriously, man." He's like, "Tell him I said hi." And then I started giving Wendell the business. Like, I don't know why he delivered the damn message. And then he was like, "Hey, nah, bro. I think he's changed." He was like, "I think he's changed, man. I think
he has. Like I say, he went to Benton Harbor. He took over this program that was garbage, and I think he made it to the playoffs like 2 years in a row. They weren't winning no games.
Yeah.
And there was an interview on him, and you can see he softened up a lot. So they actually did something for him. They surprised him when he walked in the gym, and he had a couple of tears. Like, I'm like, you ain't gonna cry. So he's changed, dude.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna spend these last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Now that you done got me worked up and pissed off.
I'm sorry.
Talking about Corey wants to know some of our Georgia memories, man. I'm on real quick. Mine's real short and quick. And after you talk, you can elaborate. I'll go back and elaborate if there's some elaboration needed. 97, obviously I wasn't there in 96. 97, we played Georgie at Georgia.
Yep, on the road.
Broke my ribs.
Oh,
I catch the ball in the flats, and that's why when people like Kavasi Smoke got bruised or cracked ribs, I don't know which one they are.
Uh-huh.
And you remember now he ain't played in I don't know how many weeks. Benny Snell was supposed to have had bruised ribs last year. Joker ain't had no bruised ribs, man. You could play through it while you got them, but that after you take that and after you come off and that Joker swell up and that blood build up in there.
Yeah, you can't breathe.
Yeah, man, it was terrible, man. I catch the ball over the middle and I turn and here they come. So the backer get me up underneath me, so he stands me up. Bam, bam. So one dude had his shoulder in there, and this was prior to all this. It might have been a Rentis Grant, one of them big old linebackers. It might have been a D lineman. That's how much force. Puts his helmet right in my side, dude. All I felt was something go crack. And my whole, I didn't have no support on my side. I just fell to the ground. So I'm laying on the ground. Huh?
Where's your rear protectors?
It didn't matter. The force they put on there was going to crack them ribs. I'm saying one dude had me up like this. One dude had me on this side. And the other dude put his helmet in the other side. So it's just crack. So it's just the force was going, I ain't wearing no dang rib protector. Wasn't nobody about to grab me like that. Anyhow, so I go down and Jason Watts is grabbing me. Hey, get up, man. Get up. And so I was like, I'm trying to be tough. So I get up. And soon as I got up, my side shifted again. I was and I fell down. So I go, and this is what I told you before. I go to the sideline. They was like, "What? Does this hurt?" Yeah, it hurts. And I got a really high pain threshold. And they said, "So you gonna be able to play?" I said, "Is it gonna get any worse?" No, not. It shouldn't. No, or whatever. They gave me a confirming that it won't. And I told you I go home. You know, we lose. I'm talking. We on the goal line, and they throw me the ball in the flats, and I'm trying to protect my inside and get in, and I actually got in, but they called it out. We lost by 2 points, so that's what I remember. That I stayed in the game, and if I wouldn't have been hurt, I would have went in clean. But you know, I dove or whatever, and I took the hit and went in. It was immeasurable. It was kind of like the one we had this year, where like it was measurable. But we were in Athens, so you weren't getting that call.
Right.
And I go to the training room in the morning. I'm like, something ain't right. When I woke up in my apartment, I was like, man, something ain't right. They sent me to get an MRI, man. It's like, yeah, you gotta look at that. You see that line between your rib right there? That's a crack. And I was like, yeah, they told me something like that or whatever. It was like, yeah, you're lucky. I was, what do you mean you're lucky? Because that thing would have got pushed there, it could have punctured a lung or something. And I was like, are you serious? Ever since then, I lost all respect for trainers. Not all respect. I lost all trust.
Those new trainers. See, Alan Sue, I'm going to just say this.
I didn't have Alan. That wasn't Alan Sue, though. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Alan Sue took care of me.
Yeah, Alan Sue, they would typically err on the side of caution. They were real good about that. Yeah.
My life would be totally different if it wasn't for them.
Yeah. That's what I remember about 97. 98, we played them at home. Only thing I remember about that game, we lost by 2 points again. And we on the goal line wedge, and Tim Couch goes on the goal line wedge going toward Nicholasville Road. And I'm standing back, you know, so on the wedge, you know, I just kind of stand back and make sure no fumble happens. And he just jumps out of the pile, got his hands up like that, and he rips his helmet off. He just going like this. So I run up to him like, what's going on? It's like, my fucking eye. So I was like, what? I pulled his hand off, and there's blood like right there in the web. He said when he was wedging, man, they was in there gouging his eyes, man. Yeah. So we on the goal line. He got to come out for a play. We got to put a backup quarterback in on the goal line. I don't know what happened. We didn't score. We obviously didn't score, but that's the only thing I remember about that. 99 was a blur. Kendrell Bell, Charles Grant, Boss Bailey. they had like 4 or 5. They had like 4 first-round draft picks on that team, dude. I think we had less than 100 yards total offense.
Boss Bailey.
That's my Georgia history in a nutshell.
That was a stud.
Yeah. He was the last one, wasn't he, or was he the second one?
Was that?
Was he the last one out of Champ and them, or was he the second? Did Champ have an older brother? Champ had an older brother.
Yeah, I think he did have
I think Boss might have been the youngest one.
Okay, maybe. I'm not sure.
Okay, your turn.
So my history is 94. I had the pick 6 that put us up.
That's a Peach Bowl year?
Huh? No, that was a 1-10 year.
Oh, damn, I thought that was 95.
That's a 1-10 year. 1-10 year. Interception. We go up by 3, I think. Something like that. And they just marched the ball right down the field, and it's like, damn. 95, we should have beat them at. Dude, now that I think about it, my last 3 years, we should have beat Georgia. 95, we were there, and we should have beat them. Offense just didn't put up any points. I can't remember the score. I'm look at it. It was
that Robert Edwards, or was he already gone?
No, he was still there. 12-3.
Was it? Was it bad weather?
At Georgia, it was 12-3. I remember that game like we balled out defensively.
Yeah.
Then 96, that's the one that holds a lot of value to me. Because that's the one after LSU, Coach Curry got fired. And we took the K off, and we probably played the best game ever as a team in my 4 years, probably. I'm thinking. It's no doubt. No. I mean, the Florida game in 93 was the best game we played. That was the second best game we ever played. Dude, we balled out. They came in that game knowing they was going to beat us, and we skull drug them. After Coach getting fired, after being 1 in whatever we were at that time, 1-7, 1-6, 1-6. We were 1-6, and we skull drugged them. We won 3 games in a row.
Oh, y'all beat them in 96.
Beat them in 96. Let me see.
Okay.
Beat them in 96, won 3 games in a row. No, I guess we didn't skull drug. I thought we beat them by more than that. We only beat them by 7. 24-17.
It ain't no skull drugging.
No, I thought it was like 24-3 or something. But
who scored y'all points? Who was running back at that point?
Well, I had an interception that put us right at the goal line.
Oh, okay.
So that should have been the easy 7, which probably turned into a 3.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. That probably got 3 out of that.
That might have been when Derek Logan started starting. That might have been when Derek started starting.
That might have been Weaak's game.
I thought he had a good game at LSU against LSU.
That's why I think he might have had another good one against Georgia.
Okay.
For some reason, I think he came on towards the end of the season. I don't know. I can't remember, man. But we balled out defensively, dude. That the last games we gave up 17, 21, and 0. Then we got skull-drugged by Tennessee.
Yeah, I watched that game, man. Wait a minute, 96? No, I watched it. Yeah, 96. How did you grade yourself on that game? 96.
Which one?
Tennessee.
Dude,
I watched that game last week.
I balled out. I balled out.
All right.
I had to have a 94, 95. I probably had about 12 tackles, an interception. I balled out. A couple of PBUs. Now
that was a makeshift team back then. I was seeing a bunch of people I forgot played for us back then, man. I remember Kojak was out there, Derek Logan was out there, man. I was seeing Andre Smith got some play. I mean, I was seeing all kinds of names out there.
Andre Smith got played because Chris Ward got hurt on freaking field goal PATA protection.
But Andre Smith didn't play DN, did he? I thought he played linebacker. Oh, okay.
No, he played DN then. He played DN then, and that's why he got a lot of PT.
Yeah, Logan started the Georgia games. I knew Corey would come through for it.
That Logan game, that 96 game, Corey.
Whenever Logan started, man, he started getting off like 120. He kept having 100-yard games back to back.
Yeah, that was a big game. Yeah, we were freaking 1-6 before that game.
Dang, man. So, well, that's almost a show for us, man. We'd have covered a whole lot today, man. COVID. Dang, man. I hope Carter Hall, man. I hope things get better for you, man. Stay positive, man. Stop posting all that. That nigga stuff, man. Stay quarantined. Stay positive, man. Keep your fluids up. You know.
Try to flush out your system.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So this Georgia Kentucky game, you know, a lot of people ask me. I said we only got a couple minutes. We're gonna try and get out here on time. But Georgia Kentucky game, man, people wondering about with Gatewood back there. You think Gatewood gonna be successful back there? You know, being a young, reckless. No. You don't think he's gonna be successful? Not this game I'm talking about.
Yeah, not against this defense, dude. I watched them play all year, dude. The one reason I thought we had a chance to beat them before the season was I knew they was going to be struggling offensively.
Right.
I just knew that because they have no experience back there. But we struggling offensively.
Right.
Well, now the only thing though, and it's not to our strength, Georgia secondary isn't that great. But our receivers, can they beat their press man? Because, dude, they are due for 3 or 4 deep passes.
Yeah.
They are due. But can we exploit it? I don't know.
And I think Grant gonna have all hands on deck this week. I think he pulling out everything, man. Like you said Drennan in the lineup.
Yeah.
We got Drennan in the lineup, man. And here's another thing, man. So I think Gatewood gonna do all right. I don't think he's gonna do terrible. I think he's gonna cut his teeth pretty well. But here's one thing, man, because like I said, I didn't want this thing to go south or go negative. But I was looking on Twitter a minute ago while you were talking, so I was looking and it seems to be a lot of positive comments going out toward Terry Wilson's mom. You know, early this week, I gave her all the business she deserved. She deserved every word I gave her. But you know, she seemed to, and that's kind of where some of my questions come from. Like, you know, I ain't got no kids, you do. So, you know, mama knows best. Baby, come on home. Don't worry about it.
Right.
And so, but you know, people are telling me they appreciate what Terry's done and this, that. So I don't know. That's something to keep your eye on. That's something to keep your eye on. You know, seems like the writing's on the wall or something. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know, man.
It ain't nothing huge, but
I don't, you know.
Here, okay, let me ask you this before we get out of here.
Yeah.
Since you saying you don't know and you're not hearing nothing I'm saying, I'm not saying you disagreeing, but
if
Gatewood does his thing, say he somehow comes out with a win, does Terry even get a spot back? Even if he plays a decent, if he puts up 2 touchdowns with his feet or with his arm, that's what I'm saying. So
if Gatewood balls out and don't let us get a W, it's ball game, dude. This is week 6. I mean, there's only ain't that many games left. This week 6. Now, if it was a 12-game season, this was week 4. Okay, maybe Terry's got enough time to get the spot back. But dude, they got a bye week. I'll just say this: if Gatewood balls out, I mean, he's got to ball out. If he balls out, we got a bye week. That gives them even more time to get him in the playbook and get the plays that he can perform well. Then we play Vandy. He's going to ball out against Vandy.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be hard to take it away from him. They already showed the propensity to throw him in the game last week. You know, I mean, I'm just being honest. They already showed that they are willing to do it last week.
Right.
If they was willing to do it last week, they have a feeling if he balls out this week against the best defense in the SEC, if he balls out this week, there's not enough weeks.
Right. You got to stay with him.
Yeah. What, you only have 4 games left, right?
That's true.
Vandy, Bama, Florida, South Carolina. I mean, and we're 2-3. If we go down to 2-4, we plan for next year.
Right.
To be honest with you, I mean, they ain't gonna say it, but we all know it. They starting to play for next year, so they gotta give Gatewood some reps, all the reps.
All right. Well, we'll see, man. We'll see. Hopefully, we can go out there and hold our own, man.
What's your score?
I ain't giving no more damn scores out, man. I've been so damn wrong. Well, I don't know what damn team gonna shoot.
That's dealing with 18 to 23-year-olds.
I'm gonna give us I'm gonna give 30 to 14. I want to go a little bit higher for them, but I think our defense might show up. I think they might show up.
I've looked at Georgia. They ain't. I got us losing 17 to 3.
I think if they have to take the passing away and they watched what Missouri did, I think they're just gonna ground the pound. You got to think Tennessee scored right before the half. Missouri ground and pound us the whole game. I think Georgia may be a little bit better than both of them up front.
Georgia's definitely better up front. That ground and pound ain't gonna work. If they do that, they're gonna milk the clock. That ground and pound is
that's what I'm saying. So I'm giving us basically one touchdown, right? One touchdown per quarter, and a field goal somewhere in there.
Damn, you dude. All right, I don't see the 30. I just don't. Georgia offense isn't that good, but their defense. They're all right. You know what? Their defense has the possibility of scoring 14 points. So if they score 14 points, yeah, 30. I'm dead serious. Their defense is that good. They can scoop a score or throw a trap coverage, and they score 2 touchdowns. Yeah, okay. Short field or they score. It's possible.
I'm glad I picked that score anyway. It's a good thing. Thank you for asking me to pick a score, because I just realized this about the show and our predictions. You know what you predicted against Tennessee? You didn't give a score, but you know what you kept saying?
I thought it said 24.
No, you took it back.
Okay. All right. What?
You don't remember what you said?
Hmm.
I feel I was gonna put out a blooper tape of stuff you saying you don't
Okay.
remember you saying, but I ain't want to drag you too much.
Well, what did I say?
Oh my bad. Tennessee we gonna lose. You don't remember you kept saying that, and I was like, yeah, stick with that.
Oh yeah. I was playing around probably.
Nah,
No,
I'm saying you was actually joking,
yeah.
but the fact that you said it, I think propelled us to win. So now that I'm saying every time I've been huge support of us, we look like do.
But
But
Anthony, this ain't a joking on you. That didn't look like a joking. It didn't look like you were joking. It looked like you were dead serious. So I don't know. I don't know if I can quite take it like that was a wink.
no, that wasn't a wink. No, that damn sure wasn't a wink. But I'm just hoping that the way I think we're gonna play, we're not gonna play that way.
I'm gonna say this. Someone can contact me after the first offensive series.
Who, Eddie Grant or somebody?
Huh?
Eddie Grant or somebody?
No, just no. If you want to contact me, anybody, Corey,
Blue Stash got you.
If anybody wants to contact me after the first series, I can tell you what's going to happen. Because if we do something special offensively that first series, it can happen. Because I'm telling you, that secondary they are already toasted. They come to every game lightly toasted. You know? They come in every game lightly toasted,
fresh off the fifth.
I
know what you mean.
They're all like number 2 on your toaster. You know what I'm saying? So if you can get them right, get that toaster plugged in right, yeah, and you can get them to an 8. Burnt.
All right. Blue Stash 9, if you ain't working on Saturday, Van said after the first series, hit him up. He'll give you the ins and outs for the rest of the game, the antidote to keep going, or the medicine to calm your stomach.
Yeah, it's gonna. Whew.
Well, we'll see, man, and we'll return back here on Tuesday to discuss the goings-ons.
Huh. I just read something before we go. Dana White convinced Khabib to come out of retirement.
No, I can tell Khabib wasn't too convinced. You heard he said that he promised his mother is the reason he said he a man of his word. And I'm sure his mama probably said.
So who is he going to go against? Who?
That dude something else, man.
There's only one guy he can go after, and that's GSP. But is GSP going to come out of retirement too?
They need to stop doing all this retirement stuff, man. Like, I'm tired of people retiring and acting like it ain't really that serious, man.
Well, I can understand him retiring.
When we was kids, people didn't do. I understand. I understood that, but he said I got to think about my future in this game, huh?
Sugar Ray did it a lot because I was a big SugarRay fan. Sugar Ray retired, unretired at least 3 times.
Oh, I didn't know that. I caught him on the tail end of his.
At least 3 times.
Yeah.
The only thing I can see is maybe they're gonna pay him $20 million to fight GSP. That's the only thing I can see, and I didn't see that in the clippings just there about who he's gonna fight. But that's the only fight that I will come back for, and it better be multi-million. It better be millions.
That's what that's probably, that may have been a leverage move too. That I'm going to retire, man. If you want me to come back, man, my next paycheck got to be a life changer one.
Yeah, they did. GSP might be his thing. That's gonna be.
They're probably gonna see what kind of money they can get up front. See what it's gonna look like.
Dude, I might pay for that fight. And I don't know when the last time I paid for a fight.
I ain't no big.
It's been over a decade. It had to be Roy Jones Jr. and
dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It had to be Roy Jones Jr. and Tolliver, second or third fight. I think I paid for that one. That's been how long? That's 15 years ago. It's been a long time.
It's been a minute.
That's what I'm saying.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
So for me to even think about it, this one would make me think about it hard.
Yeah, man. So,
all right, man. Sorry.
See.
I know it's getting late there.
No, that's cool, man. It's breaking news, man. I guess it's breaking news. I don't know. We got several breaking news on here, man.
Right.
We'd like to thank everybody for checking us out, man. Go over to the YouTube, man. Follow us and give us a like, man.
Yeah, man.
Give us a like on
a couple stars too.
Yeah.
And review it. If you spend the time looking at us, our pretty faces, at least give us a review.
One of our pretty faces. Yeah. On the podcast too, man. We'd appreciate. We got good ratings. We just ain't got a whole lot of them. And like 2 of them are me. So
and one of them was me.
Oh, that's the 3. I gotta find out. Oh, the 4th one must be my mom then.
Right.
Nah, man. All right, man.
All right,
we better get up out of here, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
All righty.